Hello, everybody. Bradley here from the Let's Dive Deep series of podcasts, and I finally have enough time in my life to sit down and watch Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story. As someone who podcasts about Bridgerton, both the show and the books, I haven't had quite the time yet to sit down and watch this kind of spin off show. So I thought, hey, for my first time through watching it, what fun would it be to watch it with all of you? So I hope you enjoy this type of thing. If you do enjoy this, feel free to check out the Let's Dive Deep podcast on Bridgerton. That is in the description below. If you want the full uncut reaction, that'll be on the Patreon, which is also below. There you can also get early access to all the podcasts, Bridgerton or otherwise. We do a lot of other podcasts over on Let's Dive Deep, so feel free to check all that down in the description. Otherwise, I think that's it. That's all. Let's get into Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story. Oh, I've never done one of these before. I have no idea how this will look.
Dearest gentle reader, this is the story of Queen Charlotte from
Just in
Bridgerton.
case you
It is
knocked
not
your
a
head on the
history
way in and
lesson.
don't know
It
what
is
this is connected to.
fiction inspired by fact. All liberties taken by the author are quite intentional.
Wonderful. Lady Whistledown back
Enjoy.
in action in true form, making shit up. Hell yeah. God, it's good to be back. Look how colorful this world is. I just love Bridgerton. I shouldn't love Bridgerton, but I do. Oh, is this like a marriage agreement? Oh. This is the one thing about these period pieces is everything's awful. You're like, really? We're going to force these poor people into marriage? And it's like an actual contract. I know the premise of the show is her marrying King George. Fuck that bust in particular. There's a great like beat to this music. Like it's hitting the left ear and the right ear. That's great audio analysis. I'm really good at this. Beautiful introduction. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Am I meant to know like what the... I think what happened is she's in a place and dressed all nice and like saw the marriage contract. That's what I think happened. I don't know if that's what happened though. Written by Shonda Rhimes. Oh shit. She's taking the credit. Based on the characters in the books by Julia Quinn. Shouts to Julia Quinn. This is my copy of Bridgerton that I use for the podcast.
Apparently too much movement can cause the sapphires to shred the lace. If that were not enough, the gown sits atop a bespoke underpinning made of whalebone.
Whalebone?
Yes, whalebone, brother. The bones of whales. Whales died, so I could look like this.
I like how all pompous and pretentious it is. Like the clothes aren't meant to fit or feel comfortable or anything. They're just meant to like show off the wealth and the extravagance.
I understand.
Do you understand?
Like I said, I wasn't listening, and you're just a dumb girl with stupid wardrobe issues. God, period pieces piss me off, you know? Like they just really get to me. Gives me Anthony energy. I'm getting season 1 Anthony energy, in which his only redeeming quality was liking Sienna, who I also vibed with. I will give him this credit. If you take the circumstances of the time into account, it's kind of like Anthony trying to find a better match than Lord Burbrook, right? It's like once you accept that this is a job he has to do, you can't do much better than being in charge of the British Empire. Like that's a social ladder climb. There are a lot of people who have it worse than marrying the King of England. That is true. It's a factual statement. Wait, are we getting a flash forward? Wait, is this intersprinkled with the Bridgerton universe? Oh my goodness. How fun. Yes, because that's the same dude. That's the same butler guy. Oh, okay. Okay. I can be into this. It's the blue gown again. There's something about that blue that keeps coming up. I get why the wigs were a thing. I really do. Why are the mutton chops a thing?
Is he dead?
Oh, no. No, ma'am. Your husband is quite hearty. Long live the king.
It is treasonous to interrupt my beauty sleep. You're lucky my face is a rare jewel.
Your Majesty.
If I could still have people beheaded, you would be in the queue.
Your Majesty.
I'm waiting for the shoe to drop.
Doctor, if the king is not dead...
Wait, is this that he has Alzheimer's or dementia or whatever they believe it to be in this universe? I mean, the joke about having him beheaded was really funny.
Gentle reader, this coldest time of year has become that much colder with the sad news of the death of the Princess Royal.
Oh, her daughter died?
The granddaughter of our dear King George III and Queen Charlotte died in
The granddaughter.
childbirth along with her baby.
Sorrows, sorrows, prayers.
Why does she not seem upset about this?
And while our hearts grieve for the loss of the
Yeah,
Princess
Lady
Royal,
Danbury.
our heads grieve
And
more
Lady
for the
Bridgerton.
future of the monarchy itself.
So Penelope's already on her. This must be pretty close to the Bridgerton timeline then, if Penelope's already being Lady Whistledown, because Lady Whistledown was a surprise at the beginning of Bridgerton. So this is happening
The
concurrent with
Crown
season
now
1
has
of
a
Bridgerton.
crisis on its hands. After all, Her Majesty has 13 children, and now not a royal heir from any of them.
Holy smokes.
At least, not a legitimate one.
Oh, I see the problem. If you have 13 kids and you need an heir, you've done your part, I think. I think you've done your duty, you know? The fact that you can even survive having 13 kids in this time, like, that must be hard to survive now. But does, like, based on Bridgerton, are we assuming she makes good marriages? She kind of just finds the hottest person, claims them like, you are the diamond, the hottest person. And then it seems like those people don't ever get to marry for love or anything. Like, I don't get the sense she's making good marriages. She's just making marriages. And since she's the queen, she can just do whatever she wants and no one cares. Right? They just all go, yep, your opinion is important. Oh, I just hate all this. The looking, the up and down, the like, yep. Like, just the raw judgment of it is so terrible.
My gown was designed just for the wedding in Paris. The lace is handmade by nuns. The modiste called it à la mode.
Our gown is traditional, simple.
None of that slutty slut dresses from Paris a la mode. Get out of here. Our gown is less boobily than your gown.
Our fashion. For our family.
There's this undeniable charm to this universe where it seems like everyone involved kind of knows it's a joke. Like, they kind of know that they're in on a joke, that this isn't like a real period. You know what I mean? Like, there's just this undeniable charm to this universe that I love.
Your Highness,
Walk with me. I have questions.
that is not how it is done, Your Highness.
What do you mean?
Well, you walk there and I walk back here, Your Highness.
You cannot walk with me.
I'm always with you, Your Highness. 5 paces behind.
5 paces behind.
5 paces behind.
Always.
Always, Your Highness.
You are always there. Behind me, just all the time?
Whenever you need me, Your Highness.
What is your name?
Brimsley, Your Highness.
Brimsley.
Oh, this is the younger version of the main man.
Yes.
Hell yeah. You know exactly 5 paces? Yeah. This show just knows it's its own joke. You know, like, I love this.
It would not.
So, this must be as the palace wished it to be. Must it not, Lord Bute?
I like how she's also super racist, but doesn't want the racism to, like, impede the ceremony. She's like, we can't possibly cancel this the day of the wedding, right? But it's just like a ceremonial thing. If this had been like a month from now, she'd be like, yeah, I'm super racist. Get her out of here.
We shall expand the guest list for the wedding.
This is such weird reverse racism. It's like, we're so racist that her being brown is a problem. But to make people seem like we're not racist and that this was meant to be a real thing, we're going to invite all the brown people. It's the weird reverse racism that's happening here. And this is some weird sex. My God. That refractory period is hitting him hard. He's done. He's spent. He needs a nap. That's relatable.
I know lots, but there is more. You are to attend the new queen as part of her court. I think you'd better show me this letter.
Now,
I am glad this show is tasteful with the nudity. I just don't need it in this show. Like, if it can be part of the storytelling, great. But if it's not going to be part of the storytelling, I'm glad that they don't go for it.
The order of the matrimonial ceremony, Your Highness.
Is he ugly? Perhaps deformed in some way? Because beauty is inside. Well, it is certainly not inside. But I am a good person and shall overcome.
The Archbishop sent over some verses for Your Highness, if you
Is
would
he
like
dull? Not very smart, mentally slow.
I will say, considering what I think I know is that in this universe, King George is great and, like, quite good to her. You do wonder why everyone, like, you're not making her feel better by leaving her out in the cold, by not telling her that he's fine. I still can't get over that this is the plan to prove that the racism is intentionally not like, this is ridiculous. Oh, Brimsley, you messed up so early, man. Where is she? 5 paces behind, bud. Step up. Keep up. What are you doing? It's a minor miracle he doesn't get fired immediately. If this show is even half as good as the music as Bridgerton, I will be so excited.
Your father was friendly with His late Majesty, my son's grandfather, was he not? I am so pleased to have you here with us today on this family occasion, Lord Danbury.
Lord,
You shall be receiving the official proclamation from the king. You are honored to be Lord.
Was Lady Danbury?
Danbury now.
I know what I'm doing. It's all in here, baby. I can keep my Bridgerton cinematic universe.
It is time we were united as a society, is it not?
I find it interesting that she knows who all these people are. I suppose that's her job as like the king mother or whatever, to know all these people and to manage the social relations. I still cannot believe this racial integration is just based on a fucking accident. And like it's just trying, like they're trying so hard to prove that they're not racist. The only course of action is to integrate everyone. It's like, what is going on? I wonder if this is true to how it, I wonder if any of this is true to real life. And obviously Bridgerton would never do a good job of emulating real life because it's kind of not the point of the show, but I am interested to see how this played out in real life. Is that the wedding gown? It's nice. I don't know what gown she would have worn, but that one's nice.
No one will speak of him. No one. He is clearly a beast or a troll.
Understood.
You know, if I grab there,
He's definitely the king, and I was right earlier. They should have just told him he was cool.
I believe I can make it over the garden wall.
You want me to lift you over the wall so you may escape?
That is what I said, yes.
People will notice you are missing, will they not?
I'm a lady in distress.
Get out of here. You are not.
I'm George.
I am deep pleased.
Hot damn, George. You look great. Is this American Revolution, George? Is this the same George?
I mean, yes, Your Majesty.
Like from Hamilton, George?
To you, just George.
I am.
I'm sure someone in the comments will give me a history lesson. I can't be fussed to Google it right now. This is cute as hell. This show really, like, this universe really understands, like, how to make like a relationship just cute and adorable and endearing.
Thought maybe perhaps as my wife you could ignore it and I could be just George to you. That was, of course, before I found out that you do not want to be married to me, given I am a troll.
Your Majesty.
This Your Majesty George bit is cute.
What do you want to know?
Oh.
What?
I have a scar here from falling off my horse, a scar here from just being incredibly clumsy with a paring knife. And I'm very nervous about marrying a girl I am only just meeting minutes before our wedding.
Who is this actor? He is so good. And I like that while the show acknowledges the sexism of the whole thing, they also acknowledge that he is also like in an adjacent situation that has a lot of overlap on a Venn diagram where he's also nervous and also hasn't met the person he's going to be married to. And this was clearly a match made by his mom and not him. And like digging into that is cool. He's given me a lot of confidence. I mean, I know she's going to say yes, obviously, because that's the point of the show. But I think that the show does a good job of convincing me why she would say yes. You think this would be a huge thing, especially with all the integration and whatnot that they're trying to do? I'm surprised they let Michelle Fairley film another wedding scene, to be honest. You think that would be banned? You think she put that in a contract? No more weddings. Just in case. You never know.
Pieces fall into place. What? Scheiße, she looks beautiful, husband.
The show has done a really good job of like making me buy into these characters so early. Like I fully believe that the both of them would be at least mildly excited about this, coming from a place of being extraordinarily nervous and terrified about the situation they were put in. And the show, like Bridgerton does, like it is in this fantastical version of like a pseudo history that really happened, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. But within that unseriousness, there's a lot of good storytelling that you could kind of latch onto. It's quite an interesting bit of like, you could do a lot of analysis on shows like Bridgerton, which are often, and I would be one of those people who would often cite them as like a lower quality show than some of the high drama that happens, but the bits of storytelling that are really good just stand out so much. It's also like so heartbreaking to see them like smiling and having a good time, when in Bridgerton we only see her kind of upset because he has dementia and he's kind of raving and doesn't understand what's going on. And And the lighting, like having it shine through the window, it's beautiful. This is beautifully done. Everyone else looks so smug. It's like, see? We were right to pretend not to be racist. This is going so well. This adds a lot of context to the Lady Danbury and Queen relationship in season 1 and 2 of Bridgerton as well, when you know that they've known each other for this long and had this much life experience. And surely like Lady Danbury, who we now know is going to be like the hand of the Queen kind of, and being her like, not her maid, but like someone who's going to be with her at court. She probably had a first-hand account to the kind of slow demise of King George into his dementia, and like that adds a lot of context to those scenes in retrospect now when we rewatch Bridgerton.
Really? You shall need your cloak.
This is going to be a way better surprise than Lord Danbury. I guess the surprise was a royal wedding, so maybe not. That was a pretty good surprise. Oh, they're doing Halo! Yeah, the music slaps, the music bops. Oh, this is so good. It's hard not to sing along. I love these covers. Oh my god, the choice to do Halo here is... it's so good.
So you shall live in Kew,
Yes.
and I shall live here?
Yes.
It is our wedding night.
And it is late. And you have been traveling. And I should let you get inside.
I wonder if this is normal. Surely the king and queen do normally have at least different chambers, if not different
It's
houses.
our wedding night. We are supposed...
We're supposed to fuck you, idiot. Come on. What a weird turn. I am interested in this.
George, this is how it is to be. This is our marriage, you there and me here.
Yes.
Why?
I thought it is easier.
This is a weird argument to have in front of people.
What?
If I were the king, I'd be having these kinds of arguments not in front of people.
I am not going to debate this with
I
you.
merely want to understand. You need to at least tell.
I do not need to do anything. I decide. I have decided I am your king.
This got ominous real quick. I really thought this was going to go super well for 6 episodes and it'd be all... She's so good at playing this game too. Yep. I'm so into this. I really thought this was going to go well though. And now Brimsby has, or whatever his name is hearing all this stuff and all this stuff. What a silly argument to have in front of people as well. Yeah, now he's going to feel bad. Oh, darn it. I'm grumpy. I'm grumpy at George.
I am fine.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Need not follow me.
But I shall, Your Majesty.
Stop calling me Your Majesty.
You are the Queen of Great Britain and Ireland, Your Majesty. I cannot call you anything else.
Well, then stop following me.
I cannot do that, Your
And there he is.
I do not know that it would be right for me to say, Your Majesty.
It is not yet 11 in the morning. Scandalous.
Wait, are who sober? Who's drinking at 11 in the morning?
I wish it did, that they might get ideas to marry and start fornicating.
Mother!
Perhaps then I might have legitimate grandbabies. Instead, virgins to the left of me, whores to the right.
She's throwing down. She's just...
And where are your babies?
They picked a fight with the wrong person. You don't mess with Charlotte.
I drew you pictures.
Can you imagine? Like the queen drawing a penis on a napkin to give to her daughter?
The only
Cre-
heir to
credit-
the throne is dead.
Credit to her for trying, though. Better than Lady Bridgerton did.
Sorrows, prayers.
This one guy is still crying about it, and she just doesn't give a shit.
I've heard from the Prime
Wow.
Minister on the topic.
I wonder how much of the diamond and the marriage mart and everything that she takes control over is manifesting.
Or your father's line dies with him.
Like, she hasn't been able to do it with her own kids, so she wants to do it with other people's kids. Oh, and it's this big bed, and she's so small in it. Fuck. Please don't go. I hope this works out for you. Oh, and this is the last image of the episode, isn't it? Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, everybody, that was Queen Charlotte, Bridgerton Story, episode number 1. Overall thoughts on the episode. Really enjoyed it. So glad to be back in the Bridgerton universe. This show does all the things well that Bridgerton as a series does really well, so I'm excited for the next 5 episodes. I got really bad. I thought that this was going to be like a fun story that was just a romp for 6 episodes, and I did not realize that there was going to be tension. I'm really caught off guard by that. The episode convinced me that both the characters would have decided to get married, and then really threw a curveball with George being such a prick at the end, and they didn't give an explanation for that. So we'll have to find that explanation in later episodes, I'm assuming. Otherwise, though, just a fantastic episode all the way around. Thank you for going on this journey with me, wherever you're watching this, whether it's on YouTube or on Patreon. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Please check out the description if you're watching on YouTube for all the fun things, including the Patreon, the podcast feeds, those types of things. Just thank you so much for watching and listening, and I will see you in the next one.